what's up? This is Sifu Cuddle and I have Jason here with me, and for this video we're going to be working on an application for the reverse flower. Now I know I've gotten a lot of comments on actual useful application for the flower, so I want to break it down for you so you can actually take a look and see how even spinning a sword doing your martial arts training can work in combat and in other forms of your training. So let's take a look. Now you have to remember, most people's exposure to this is through the media, through TV and through movies. And a lot of times people will see the hero, pick up a sword and then spin it around to look cool. And that's one of the ways that we only see this flower. Another way is even worse as far as application is concerned, and that's where you see the hero running through a battlefield of warriors, continually spinning the sword, even in gunfights, deflecting and even cutting through bullets and then cutting down people as they go. And it's so outlandish that it's very easy to excuse this as a non-practical technique. And we have to think past that. We have to actually look back at the roots of this, because the roots came out of combat. Application itself, you have to remember, the word itself is how the technique is applied. It's more than just a combat application. Spinning the sword around continuously is going to develop flexibility in the wrists. As you're swinging it around, the weight will carry the sword around. This also will improve the flow of how you do your form and your movements together, so it's working on the coordination. Another training aspect about spinning the sword is wrist strength itself. And anybody who has taken a sword out and gone spinning it for more than a minute or two will know exactly what I'm talking about, because it works your grip, it works the wrist strength. So this is important because when they would use the swords out on the battlefield, you'd need to keep a grip on your sword. There's another thing, usually you see like tassels on the end of the sword. Nowadays it's decoration, but back in the day they used to tie the sword to their hands so they wouldn't let go while in the fight. And having a strong grip is very important for that as well. Okay, so let's look at this specific application for this flower. Now, the only part that we're really using is from this part of the flower as it comes across the body and then turning the blade over. Now, this is going to be used once we actually connect in battle. So I'm not going to try to charge in with this. Once I block whatever I end up doing, he could be doing a low poke, he could even be poking up high. Now, I'm going to use the spine of the sword and then I want to redirect down to the side. If I have a strong wrist, I'm able to not only pull his weapon out of the way, but I can even disarm him at this point. So again, I block, turn the blade over, and then I don't want to get stuck down here, so I flip to this position. Again, he pokes, block, and then I'm going to meet back in this position. I can hit towards him, or I can be at the ready if he decides to move back. Alright, so there you have it. There's the applications of the reverse flower. Now you have to realize, application itself is not only going to be based on its combat usage. There's application in strengthening the wrist, building flexibility in the wrist as well, and having that mindset of continuity so you never get stuck when you're out there on the battlefield with a sword. Till next time, for Jason and myself, Sifu Cuddle, keep training.
Bam! Fist with a forearm.